Hello there. We are going into solving one-step inequalities. So just like how we solved one-step equations, we need to undo our operations around our variable. So in number 1, p minus 18 is less than negative 25. We need to get p by itself. So to get p alone, we are not going to subtract 8, but we're going to undo that by add 18, Miss Weldy, not 8. And we end up getting p is less than negative 7. So we're going to sketch our number line with negative 7 in the middle. Remember your two sides. So to the right of negative 7 is negative 6 and negative 5. To the left of negative 7 is negative 8 and negative 9. And since this is strictly less than, as our symbol, we will have an open dot at negative 7. And since our sign is pointing to the left, we're going to go and draw our arrow to the left. Number 2 says d over 4 is greater than negative 16. So in order to get d by itself, we need to undo dividing by 4. So how do we undo dividing by 4? We multiply by 4 on both sides of our inequality. So we get d is greater than negative 64. So we'll sketch our number line here. Pardon me not being able to draw in a straight line. All right, to the right of negative 64 is negative 63 and negative 62. To the left of negative 64 is negative 65 and negative 66. According to what we have, we are strictly greater than, which means that we are open dots. So 64 negative is an open dot, and I am pointing my arrow towards the right. Now let's take a look at number 3 and 4. So we want to get a by itself. And right now, a is being added with 17. So to undo add, we subtract from both sides. We end up getting our little a is on the right side of our inequality symbol, and 13 is on our left side. Now we don't like this because our little a is not on the left side. So we're going to swap it around. And when we swap it around, don't forget to swap your sign. Your symbol is pointing towards the A. So when you swap it, it should still be pointing towards the A. And now we can actually graph it on our number line. So on this number line, we will have 13 in the middle. Right above 13 is 14 and 15. Below 13 is 12 and 11. And now, since we have less than or equal to, we will have a closed dot on 13. So closed. And we are not pointing to the right. We are pointing to the left. So be very, very careful, guys. Make sure that your variable is on the left side. If it isn't, give it a little switcheroo. So remember to swap, put a on the left side. All right, now last but not least, let's look at number 4. To get m by itself, it is sitting side by side with negative 6. So that means we have to divide each side by negative 6. Now 48 divided by negative 6 is negative 8. But when you divide by a negative on either side of our inequality, it ends up taking me from a positive number to a negative number, completely different ways of moving on my number line. Positives are on the right side of 0, and negative numbers are on the left side of 0. So you've gone from positive numbers now to negative numbers, which means we have to have something happen to our symbol. So since we went from positive to negative, our sign has to swap. So we flip the sign when we divide. Now, there is another operation that goes hand in hand with division. So if we have to flip the sign when we divide by a negative, we must also do it when we multiply. So flip the sign when we divide and multiply by a negative number. Now you guys put a hashtag there. That's what you call it, but I call that the number symbol. Okay, so when we go to graph our inequality here, again, this is a very cautious step. To the right of -8 is -7 and -6. To the left is -9 and -10. We have the symbol of greater than or equal to, which means that we are going to be closed because of the equal portion. And we are going to be on -8. So we're closed because it's greater than or equal to. And our new symbol, after we have flipped the sign, because of dividing by a -6 on both sides of our equation, we are moving now and pointing to the right. All right, guys, it's time to practice. Today, you are going to have a Google form as a practice assignment. Let's have some fun.